Hey guys, Graham here. I hope you're all staying safe and your families are all safe and well in these tough times. I know we're all missing golf. You guys sent a few questions in via social media to the Cleveland Strickson account, so I thought I'd just go through and answer a few of these questions for you. So start at the top. How long have you been playing Strickson clubs? I've been with Strickson since the start of 2011. Been a fantastic relationship. I love their stuff. Obviously the Strickson Cleveland relationship, Cleveland phenomenal wedges, and the Strickson ball is one of the best balls in the market. And forged irons and our woods are fantastic. So very, very happy with that relationship. My favorite golf course, probably Augusta National. We should be there in a couple of weeks' time playing the Masters, but obviously a lot of things more important than that right now. But you know, Augusta, I feel like I could play there every day and be very happy. How comfortable did you feel with your Z785 driver? So this is my driver right here. It's a 9.5 degree loft. Yeah, one of the things I loved about this driver was it was fast off the face and very stable, very straight. So that was definitely one of the things I saw right away, was just basically how straight I could hit the driver, and good ball speed, which is important for me, who's a guy, you know, who's middle of the pack or slightly less than middle of the pack. So really, really important that I keep my ball speed up, but driving accuracy is also very key for me. I gotta keep the ball in play off the tee. Do you think rusted wedges actually makes a difference in spin number? That's a great question, actually. You know, we're talking about these kind of raw grind Cleveland wedges, which are designed to rust up. These are a little dirty as well. I miss my caddy, obviously, but I think somebody once told me that you know, the rust definitely adds just a slight amount of spin to the wedges, and ever since I've known that, I've definitely not wanted to switch to any of the chrome or any of the satin finishes. I think it's very minuscule, but that little bit of rust definitely does what it's designed to do, and increases spin and just grip with your contact, you know, from long range, and obviously around the greens as well. So definitely, it's been around a long time, the raw finish, and I think it does what it says on the tin. What's my best advice for a junior golfer? You know, it doesn't matter how old you are. You know, we see so many players develop at different stages in their life. I think you look at a guy like Ian Poulter, maybe a Padraig Harrington, who really didn't turn pro into their sort of early to mid 20s, and really didn't, you know, like Ian, for example, you know, he was a 5 handicap until he was 20 years old, 22 years old. So it just shows you don't have to be a Rory McIlroy or Tiger Woods where you're, you know, a 12-year-old kid genius. I think it's important that you realize that, you know, golf is, you can develop at any second. And really the big key, I think, for you guys, for the younger player, is really just to compete as much as you can. Get out there, play with your buddies, play with your friends, you know, go and play in those kids tournaments, and really, that is where you're going to learn how to play the game of golf. You're not going to learn it on the range. You'll polish your technique and your abilities, but playing in tournaments is really what it's all about, I think. What is the hardest hole on tour? You know, I think some of the hardest holes on the PGA Tour specifically would be, you know, in the Florida swing. I think 18 at Doral, when we used to play down there, was one of those holes that kept me up at night. That tee shot was so difficult, and such a difficult second shot. You know, 17 at Sawgrass, we were at the Players' Championship there a few weeks ago. Probably the most terrifying short hole in golf, especially when you put a little breeze across that one. But there's a lot of hard holes out there. But I think, you know, if I had to pick one, 18 at Doral is probably one of the toughest shots for me, toughest holes for me. What do you believe are your biggest strengths inside and outside of the ropes? You know, I think my biggest strengths really has just been able to think well when I'm uncomfortable. I think playing golf well under pressure really is about feeling comfortable, you know, in uncomfortable situations. Having a very pre-shot routine that you can fall back on when the pressure is really intense. You know, and I think that serves me well off the course as well. I feel like I'm pretty good at you know, focusing on the things that are important to me in life. You know, my wife, my children, my family, and making sure I I do a great job, not only as a golfer, but as a husband and a father, and as a business person, and you know, someone who takes their charity work very seriously as well. So I think just being able to focus on that and stay strong there is something that really serves me well. What's your favorite all-time Srixon club? Whew, that's a tough one. That really is a tough one. I mean, Srixon guys are probably not going to love me saying this, but I'm still actually using one of the old irons. It's the Z745 series. This is probably from about 2014, 2015. You know, I really believe that Srixon makes some of the best forged irons in the world. I've had a tough time switching off this particular iron head. I just love the shape of it. I love the feel of it, and you know, I'd have to say that series of irons has been my favorite. We have some new ones coming this year, which I'm very excited about. Very much based on the 745 platform, so can't wait for that. But sorry to all my team at Srixon for that. But describe the feeling of winning a US Open. Kind of a blur, really. It was obviously a lot of pressure. Tiger was the group in front of me, and I remember, you know, my caddy saying to me before the round, you know, you've got a lot of big players in front of you. You're going to hear some roars and some noises. Just know that this is Pebble Beach on a Sunday afternoon of a US Open. It's probably going to be for par anyway. But so that was kind of one of the things that settled me that day. But you know, I think coming down the last at Pebble, you know, it was kind of getting dusky. Gregory Havre was playing with Tiger in front, and he was the guy I had to beat in the end. And I had a pretty good drive. I remember standing on the 18th tee at Pebble and seeing the ocean to the left, and it was a very nerve-wracking moment, but I had a good tee shot and gave myself a great opportunity to make my birdie, and if I needed to, and thankfully 5 is enough to win the US Open. Why do you play ZStar XV over the ZStar? I've always been an XV player. It's a slightly firmer feeling ball, but for me it spins a little bit more. I think one of the key things for the viewer and for the golfer out there who buys golf balls to know is that a soft feel doesn't mean more spin anymore. I think a firmer feeling golf ball can potentially spin more than a softer feeling golf ball. It's all to do with the construction, the types of layers and the types of core that's in there. So for me, the Z-Star feels softer, but it does not spin as much as the Z-Star XV for me. So that's one of the big keys. The Z-Star XV is fast off the driver for me, and like I say, I have enough spin to do what I need to do, and it's a fantastic golf ball. Which Ryder Cup win was my favorite? They were all very special. I played 4 Ryder Cups. We lost in 2008, and then we won in 10, 12, and 14. I think each Ryder Cup was special for many, many reasons. I think 08 being my rookie year was very, very special. 10, obviously playing in the last group in the singles and winning the match to win the Ryder Cup for Europe was very special. You know, Medina was just one of those weird ones for me. I lost my singles on the Sunday, but yet was part of, you know, one of the greatest comebacks in Ryder Cup history, which was just special to be there and be part of that team and to watch the guys get the job done. And in 14, you know, to go 3-0, play with Victor Dubuisson in the foursomes, win my single against Jordan Spieth. So special on so many levels. I think if I was to pick one very, very special one, of course, 2010 in Celtic Manor, to be part of that last group, very, very special. Listen, thanks for tuning into the video. Stay safe out there, wash hands, practice social distancing, and just take care of yourselves and your families, and we hope to see you all very soon.